With a desire to see more of what the world has to offer, we have been working away for the last few months, turning this 1997 Stewart & Stevenson into our ultimate expedition vehicle. With a fresh coat of paint, new lights, we are pushing ourselves to create a home that will not only allow us to travel, but to see the world from a different perspective. So follow along and join our journey as we transform this bare-bone military truck into our tiny home on wheels. Welcome back for another day of the build. We're doing the ceiling today. We're just using 1/4 inch plywood, and we're gonna coat it from both sides with it's a mold and mildew coating essentially, just to prevent that from happening. Unlikely chance, but let's just keep it unlikely and just spend the extra money on a little bit of coating and a few hours of our time to just kind of coat this before we install them. So let's get straight to it. Today, we're putting up the ceiling panels. Some more PL, because PL keeps everything stuck to the walls and ceiling. It's the best thing you can use for construction. Now, if you're using metal construction, please don't use PL. Use something like Sikaflex or 3M, but in this instance, wood to wood is king. So we got a few ceiling panels up. It looks very complete. You could almost like put the lights in there and leave it as is, but we still haven't quite figured out what we're gonna do with it. Either stain it or paint it, not quite sure yet, but here it is. What we're actually using is a staple as well as some PL. The PL is just more or less actually does the heavy lifting. So 1 inch 18 gauge staple. And how we're stapling them in is we're kind of stapling against each other. Not right against each other, but they're kind of like this. When you're moving, there's a less chance that the staple will back out. It'll probably never happen. The only thing this ceiling is holding up is the puck lights. There's not real any load on it. But yeah, don't feel like fixing it down the road. I got some exciting news. We're on another day of building the truck here. We finally got our shower pan. That has been so difficult to find. We were looking for a 30 by 30. Usually they're like 32 by 30. So I was having a really hard time finding a shower pan to be 30 by 30. So we finally found one. It was a little bit more expensive. So finally today I can frame up the walls in the bathroom. And from there on, we just need to order our water heater, but almost everything we have shipped to us, and we have a full room of stuff, so we can finally start putting things in. We have received our mini split. We went with just a residential mini split, as well as all our water pumps. We have our second water tank we finally picked up, so we have that. Let's get right on it. First, we got to clean up. So what we're doing, so the shower pan is here. So this wall that's beside the shower pan, because the regulator is about 3, or it's more like 2.5 inches thick, it needs to be 2x4 wall here. And then 4 in here, we're gonna switch it, so essentially this way. It just takes up 1.5 inches right here. So you have a little bit more leg room for the toilet. So we're gonna do that, and then this way, we're gonna also have the 2x4 face this way, the thinnest way. We just gotta cut all the pieces and put them up. As we're kind of building things inside of here, space is becoming pretty valuable because if you're cutting wood in here, it's like you're just barely scooting around here when you're dealing with 10-foot pieces of lumber. So really glad the weather has turned for a little bit more clear today and no rain, so I don't mind the -1, I think it is, degrees Celsius here today. So that's great. So we're just building the walls. So with cedar, it's really important to pre-drill everything. Yeah, very brittle as far as flaking and stuff like that. I'm gonna countersink a little bit. That way I don't have it splitting right there. Yeah, just make sure you do that. So you guys must be wondering, what am I doing with all this sanding in the washroom area and kind of the dinette area? It might be redundant, but I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna put down 2 coats of varnithine, like a polyurethane coating for the wood, because these 2 areas, because of the water tank and all the pumps and everything, will be right in that area. So I'm putting 2 coats of varnithine on, as well as the bathroom and shower, just in case water ever got spilt onto the plywood underneath or seeped down somehow. It's really not necessary, but better be safe than sorry. If the water was to stay there for an extended period of time, chances are what would happen is you'd start getting rot and mold and all that. So rather do it right now than redo it in a few years from now. So we're gonna start in the bathroom here, or in the washroom. I've had this from another project, so I hope it's still good. Yeah, it still looks fine. And yeah, we're just gonna apply. We also actually, we used a waterproofing paint on the bottom of the plywood as well, just for extra protection, even though it's gonna get covered by insulation that is closed cell. Still, why not? And all this stuff I just literally had laying around, and I was like, why not use some of this rather than throw it all away? So that's all she wrote. There's that. Kind of see the difference. And there's that. Should help protect it, at least a little bit. So that's a wrap. Thanks for watching another episode of Expedition Adventure. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Peace.